Good evening. For those of you in chat, I see Just for Feet, Vinny G, art8live.com, Little Daddy 391, Lisa Trice, Drag for Life. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are happy you guys are here. And Ray, John, Alice, Jody C. How's it going tonight, guys? And Richard, I trust you guys. Yep, that's gonna happen. No guest tonight. The next guest we have booked is Emery, coming in on August 7th to talk about taxes and crypto-related issues. We may possibly try and get one in on Saturday, though, if we can find someone who we find interesting. And yes, Scott always uses Flexa and uses Doze through Flexa. So yes. And Hylas, no, I seriously doubt we could find someone more interesting than Scott, but yeah, he'll beg to differ on that one.
I'm kidding. The mic's on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Podcasts Live. The Podcast is your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door and talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We are telling you what we do, and you are free to get some takeaways from it if you wish. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I am your host, Scott, pragmatic investor who has won and lost fortunes, and joining me, as always, is the greatest producer of all time, Belle. How are we doing tonight, Belle?
Oh, I'm having a blast already tonight. You are already getting some comments about the mic being
Did you
on that
did
were
you like
cracking
that?
me up. I
Ah,
did.
I see
I
you guys.
did.
Yeah. We have a tendency to talk about what others are not talking about and bringing the focus onto use case cryptos because, as we know, these are what drive the market and bring innovation to a world that desperately needs it. The status quo is no longer acceptable, and it's time for a technological revolution. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Crypto and welcome to the podcast. Belle, why don't you take a minute here to tell the folks what we have planned for tonight? We have new segments, and if they are a hit, they will be included with each and every show. Take it away, ma'am.
Well, the first segment that we're going to run through is a list of 10 that we're going to run through quick and tell you our opinion on whether you should buy it, hold it, or just dump it. The second segment that we're gonna do is okay, if you had $1,000, what would you buy right off the bat? No questions asked.
Yep. So we have two new ones. We're going to play around with them. We're going to have some fun with it. So, ladies and gentlemen of the Empire, Binance, huh? Ooh. I was trying to be subtle in the video we kicked out yesterday. There was no way in hell Binance was going to move the needle much, if at all, for AMP. I hate throwing cold water on folks. I don't like to do it. So I was happy to entertain a bit of movement. But deep down, you had to know, right? If you're any sort of fan of this channel, of the podcasts, you know what? You had to know. I'm not rooting against it. Out of all of my crypto holdings, I am deeper into AMP than I am anything else, and I want it to succeed. But AMP's long term is determined by usage, nothing else. Nothing else. It's going to take some pumps, it's going to take some dumps. Know what to look for, profit on them. Just because you sell a crypto whose market value exceeds its intrinsic value doesn't make you a bad person or make you love the token any less. It makes you a smart trader who would prefer to let someone else fill their bags for them. I see no problem with this whatsoever. Do you know what it is? It's the damn crypto mindset. You gotta hold. You gotta hold. You don't, though. You don't. You can. Wait for it. Wait for it. Podcast special. You can trade. Yeah. I've said it before, probably in a couple of our videos, that trading is about character. But it's also about courage and good sense, rationality, objectivity, experience. You will absolutely have to take some on the chin as you learn the game. But it is a game worth learning if you wish to be profitable long term. I've always advocated that you can hope something happens or you can make something happen. Really, that's it. Two sides of the paper. Hoping something happens is putting all of your eggs in someone else's basket and hoping that they make good decisions, hoping the market works out, hoping the stars align. Making something happen is moving the damn stars yourself. If they're not aligned where you're standing, move to where they are aligned. Even in a market that is this bearish, there is so much opportunity to profit, but you have to make it happen. What does hope get you aside from alleviating the responsibility from yourself? Don't be that guy. I'm not saying listen to me. I'm never going to say that. When I tell you trades I made, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying if you can't figure out why I made that trade, do some reading, do some research. The sum of all human knowledge is right here, right here. You just got to spend some time and buckle down. You can do this. Absolutely. Now, AMP, here we go. Look right there. AMP's my baby. And if there was one single cryptocurrency that muddies my rational thought process, it's AMP. It really is. I do scalp it, but not as much as I should. That's where it muddies it up for me. I have several others. I'm in a lot of cryptos, and there are many of them that I let go of and buy in bulk all the time. All the time. No emotion at all. None. Market value exceeds intrinsic value. Bye bye. Just like that. You know what? I'm just dropping you off. I will come back for you when you settle down. Scale, Anchor, Fetch, Rook, Orchid. I am more than happy to take small profits out, and I don't think twice about it. Gone. Buy. Gone. Buy. Don't care. No emotion. AMP it's probably my most profitable crypto, but that's due to the volume that I bought when I was getting it at sub penny. But my bags are nowhere near where they could be if I used the same emotionless, rational thought process and intrinsic valuations I use for my other holdings. But this is my cop out on that, by the way. I actually rationalize it a bit because Flexa, the network, they need my stake. It needs all of your stake. We have to keep it big. We have to make it bright and shiny and just a beacon for others to see from miles and miles distant. It's definitely getting more exposure now. But most investors, they still don't understand what it is or what it does. They simply don't. I can tell you every damn thing about it, but I can do that for any of my investments, any of them. That's a me thing. That is a Scott thing. That's a make something happen thing. AMP is one of the lucky ones, though, that you don't really have to be a savant to profit from it. You just need time. You just need patience. It's going to take care of you long term. I'm just saying that even in the beloved token, the AMP, there is opportunity to make something happen. Do your research, full heart, courage. Make a little something as you go. I don't see any harm in that. This is not financial advice. I'm not advocating that you scalp. I'm telling you that I do. So I really want to know where this kind of pop culture crypto mindset really started setting in. I've never been that guy, ever. Even when I was trading badly. And you know what? Yeah, I made some real bad decisions in my youth. .com, man. It was just brutal. But I lived through it. I took it on the chin. I learned and changed from an idealist to a pragmatist. It served me well in the crypto market. And really, crypto is still a toddling baby. It has barely taken its first steps. We started doing this, the podcasts, in an attempt, small attempt, to up the game for, I'm hoping for crypto reporting and to show you guys where we blew it, where I just absolutely blew it. If I had the money that I've lost over the years, due to bad decisions or even no decisions, I'd be somewhere else right now, most likely. You know what? Big boat, big ocean, big world. Don't email me. I won't get it for months. I just not going to get to it. But I do not have all of the money that I've lost. So we have to stay grounded in reality for just a little bit longer. But you know what? This too shall pass. So we're stretching our legs here on the YouTube thing, but as we want to make a good live stream because we like being live so much, we're going to play with the format a bit to try to make it consistent, informative, and entertaining as much as we can. So with that being said, as Belle mentioned, a couple new play-along segments that we're going to be doing this time. Phone lines will be open, and you know what? As long as we get the occasional super chat, pretty well helps to offset the cost of it. So you know what? We'll leave them open. we want to keep them open because we want to hear from you guys. I'm super excited to actually get this thing structured. So so I know what I'm doing, basically. I still work full time, and doing 3 live shows with unique and original content each time, the way we do it, the way the podcast does it, it's sort of a bear. But you know what? It's a labor of love, so we're happy to do it. But if I can make it easier on myself, I surely will. Uh, we're still going to be getting to questions as always. We are here for you guys. So if you have something you want to say to us, all ears, Daddy-O. I am absolutely all ears. All right, Belle, I got to hit the little live button. So why I'm searching for it, why don't you, if you got one question, I'll take one now before we really get into it.
Oh, actually, the biggest question coming from our audience at the moment, they apparently want to hear a bit more of your voice and are asking if you can turn your volume up.
Really? My volume's
Yes.
low? All right,
Yes, compared to
hang on.
mine, yes.
Audio input. Hang on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Why do we try it like that? Nope. Where's my mic? Hang on. The hell is my mic? How about now? Is that better, guys? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down. You tell me, and I'm going to take care of you. I can also do one little thing, and we can bump it right here a little bit. I'm going to just keep blathering along. This is great for the show. I'm going to keep blathering along until you guys tell me what you like, if the audio is good, if you need it higher, if you need it lower. I can move it from side to side. I can do one of those ASMR
Uh,
thing. I can do all
all
of it.
right, now you're getting multiple thumbs ups.
Multiple
And now
thumbs up.
yes, Drag for Life is now saying perfect.
Okay. You know what? That's what we do here, guys. That's what we do. All right. So we get one question aside from the Scott's volume. Is that's never happened to me. I've never had a problem with my own volume. So this one's new to me. All right, Belle, what you got? You get one question, and then we're going to go into 60, and we're going to start some segments.
All right, so Eman Name says, Bella, I want Flexa to put out data that shows stakers all the details when transaction happens. For example, when the fees are used to buy back AMP or when AMP is used as a collateral. He wants to know if you agree.
Yeah, I do, and you're not going to see it, man. You're just absolutely not. We had a chance to talk to Eli offline, so we obviously I'm poking and prodding him on that one. I'm trying to be as absolutely nice as I can be because again we want him back, but yeah, there's no way they are not going to show it. Now I'm of two minds on this one. Uh, One, I guess, first mind, front mind. I don't want them to. I don't want them to put out that information because it does not take a genius to know that the volume is stupidly low. The volume is effectively non-existent right now, man. There is just nothing coming out of this. Again, I'd like to be wrong. I'm not. Anybody could. A rational person can look at this and look at CryptoSpends US, where it's implemented, where you can spend it, so forth and so on, and know that the volume is just ridiculously low. I mean, just absolutely ridiculously low. So I would not want them to put those numbers out showing that low volume because that's going to stop. It's going to sour people on AMP. They're going to say, what the hell are we putting this money in here for? Look, they're not doing anything good with it. So that would be my first mind. The second mind is I think you have a fiduciary responsibility to your bank. We're your bank. We, the ones who are putting and staking the AMP and doing all that, we are absolutely your bank. And I think you have a fiduciary responsibility to your investors to start to show us. Now, I'm a patient man, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys are patient as well. But 6 months from now, after they roll out into sheets, after they roll out into income, after they really start pushing out, if they're not going to show me this, I'm telling you right now, man, my clock has already started. 6 months from now, if they are not showing me anything, I am dumping my entire position. I am dumping all of it. I don't care what the price is at the time. I will still be up. I will let it go. I like transparency. I like open, honest transparency. I like all of these things. There's a reason that I'm in the DeFi. There's a reason that I'm doing this because I want to see everything. I want it transparent. I want it in front of me. So 6 months from now, if they are still showing me nothing, bye-bye, baby. It's a great idea. It's a great plan. You're running it badly. So that's going to be me. Your mileage may vary. All right, so that was the one question. I'm sure that put a nice little sour note on top of all of this. Thanks for asking that one, Belle. Ladies and gentlemen, if you will give us 60 seconds for the apple juice, we are going to be back with the very first go at Buy It, Hold It, or Dump It. We are bringing the entire team on here. So Belle's getting a say, Christian's getting a say, and Bert's getting a say. You guys are more than welcome to play along. I hope you can have some fun with it. And then we are going to do the $5,000 where. And finishing up with questions in the third segment. So, folks, we will be...
We'll be right back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming back. We got some fun one happening here. So what we are going to do is we are now going to play Hold It, Buy It, or Dump It. Obviously, I did that wrong, guys. Buy it, hold it, or dump it. I just made that graphic. Give me a break. So we have picked out 10 coins. Belle has picked up 10 coins. She is running the show on this one. So she has went through. She has found 10 coins and or tokens that she likes or is moderately interested in or that you have mentioned. Most of these are what you guys have mentioned. These are tokens that you have asked us to review. So we're trying to find a fun way to do it and wrap everybody up into it. So, ladies and gentlemen, buy it, hold it, or dump it. Are you ready, Belle?
I am ready.
All right, take us away.
All right, first one on the list is Augur. What do you guys think? Buy it, hold it, or dump it? And why?
Well, what do you think of Augur? Buy it, hold it, or dump it?
I honestly think that one is worth buying and holding it. I don't think it's reached its full potential yet.
Okay. Augur, let me think. Dump it. Scott says dump it. I'm not telling you to. I'm saying I would. You know what? It had a very nice spike during the recent Bitcoin run up, but I'm just not crazy about anything having to do with fortune telling. Augur is basically incentivizing fortune telling. It's incentivizing guessing. This is a me thing, and you do you, bro. But for me, Augur, I'm just not loving it. So we would love to hear from the audience. You guys go ahead and pipe up if you have an opinion on that one. So, Belle, what do we got next?
Solana is next, and I'm a little iffy on that one. It's moderately interesting to me, but nothing's really screaming at me to saying go ahead and pick that one up.
Okay. Solana. Hold it. That's a me thing. I want to see how Cardano really shakes out and the Ethereum 2.0. So it might be kind of a long hold, but I would say hold on to it. You know what? Right now, because, again, the market is so bearish, everything's so down, I don't think you're going to lose by holding this one. So, again, depending on how Cardano, how Ethereum 2.0, that's what's going to decide it for me. If you have a different opinion, love to hear it. Take it away, Belle.
Stellar Lumens is next. Now, that one's one I actually like what they're doing. I say buy it and hold it.
Oh, buy it. XLM this is a blue chip. All right, it's a blue chip crypto. It's got so much more to give, but the big thing, in my opinion, not financial advice, just my opinion, is that it's just value priced right now. I don't see how you can lose on this one. So for Scott, it's a buy it. Next, what you got?
EOS is next, and in my opinion, that one's one to just just go ahead and dump it. They're not really doing anything different, in my opinion, than some of the other tokens I've seen.
Wow, I think we got kind of a little bit of a different opinion. I say buy it. I say yes is a buy. It supports large scale applications, and as the DeFi grows, it will grow. I'm a big fan. I am a big fan of this one, and I see at least a good 2x or 3x on this one. And guys, sometimes that's a good trade. 2x is a good trade. You just get over the moonshot fetishes, man. Those days are over. But yes, I see this one as a solid 2x. Bell, I think you're dead wrong on this one. I think you're wrong. Bring it. What you got?
Next one, we've been asked about this one multiple times, but next one's going to be Atom.
Adam. Okay. Well, what do you think?
I like what they're doing with that one. I say buy it and hold it.
I am of the buy it and stake it. Buy it and stake it. They have an excellent staking model, by the way. They're sort of putting the mess of the DeFi together into new and better ways. They're taking apart the puzzle. They're changing, rubbing some edges, and they're putting them back together. And again, I love their staking model. I think you're going to do okay with it if you get it staked. If you hold it in liquidity, I'd have to ask why you're holding this one in liquidity. But that's a me thing. What you got, Bell? Carry on.
All right, next one I've got is Chili's.
Okay.
This one, I'm kind of iffy on. Now that one, it does feel it feels a network supporting professional sports teams. I would say hold on to that one at least, probably until the end of hockey season, and then just get rid of it.
See, and it's another one. This it's low because the market is so bearish. I'm gonna say hold it. If it has sports written on it anywhere, and it does, there will always be an audience for it. That's kind of the kicker, is that there's always going to be an audience for it. So is it gonna like just blow out the entire internet? No, but hold it at least until the about week 9 of the NFL season. That's when we're gonna know if this one's sticking around. So there, that's me on this one. I don't own any, but if I did, I would hold it through the NFL season. All right, Bell, carry on.
All right, next one on the list is Decentraland. Now that one, as big as gaming is right now, in my opinion, that one's a buy. That one's definitely a buy. More and more people are into gaming, and from what I understand, that's an interesting game to play.
Yeah, you know what? I'm in a hold it pattern right now. I think it should be lower. I think it is. I think its market value exceeds its intrinsic value. So honestly, I think it should be lower. I don't know why it is where it is, but you know what? It's getting a nice Bitcoin bump. It's a pretty cool game. It is in fact a use case token. That's kind of a big thing for us, are these use case tokens. So yeah, I mean, don't buy it. Don't buy it. You know what? Don't buy it. I'm going back to that one. If you have it right now, yeah, yeah. All right, hold it. Just hold it. I'm sorry, I derailed myself there, Belle. Carry on.
Yeah, you kind of did. The next one, Engine. Now that one, that one does not impress me very much. I have to go with dump it on that one.
Buy it, and you're gonna buy it for a long hold. All right, NFTs, man. Honestly, what more needs to be said? You know, it peaked. It really, really peaked during the bull, but everything peaked during the bull. And the sell-off was pretty good when Bitcoin dumped. So I think it's value priced right now. If you have a little bit of extra, I think you could do worse. And honestly, in my opinion, this one's got a solid 2x or a 3x just absolutely written all over it. So yeah, I'm a buy.
Next one on my list is Ren. Now I really like that one. I really like that one. What are your thoughts on it?
Buy it. Buy it. I own a lot of Ren. Now, whether you buy it or not, doesn't matter. Use case crypto. Doesn't matter. It gets its value through utilization. So whether you buy the liquidity or not doesn't matter to me. But when when the market starts coming back, and it will. It will. If I didn't believe it would, I would not be in it. I would dump everything because, again, pragmatist. But when she comes back, Ren is going to roar back. I think it is critically undervalued for its potential. Yeah, for its potential. Buy it, buy it, buy it. I do.
We've already blown through all 10 of them.
Okay. Did we not say AMP?
We did not say AMP.
Okay, Bill, what do you think of AMP?
Now that one's that one's a buy it, stake it, and don't look at it after you've staked it. Definitely, that one's a long-term one.
Okay, I'm probably gonna upset people right now. I always do. Anytime I start talking AMP, I'm gonna piss off somebody. But for me, AMP is it's a long-term hold, but it is so doable to be scalped lately. Anytime you start seeing this all over the board on it is scalping opportunity. So my answer is both buy it and sell it. You know what? And hold it. All right? It's all three of them. AMP's my baby. So I like all aspects of it from an availability to be long-term hold, long-term profit, and manipulated for short-term gains. How about that? AMP really is the real deal for me because you could just do damn near anything with it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the buy it, hold it, or dump it segment. If you guys do, we promise we're going to bring it back. This is the best way for us to introduce new cryptos and get them in front of you guys. So if you're putting it in there, if you're recommending it to us, and if it shows up anywhere, I promise you're going to see it and buy it, hold it, or dump it. So we would love to hear your opinions. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys could give us just 1 second, we have a caller. So we are going to take a call from Franco in New Jersey about AMP. So let me see here, ladies and gentlemen. Franco, welcome to the show. Welcome to the podcast. Sir, what is on your mind?
I promise you're going to see it and buy it, hold it, or dump it.
You got to turn down your speakers, though, brother.
Gotcha. Got it.
Got it. All right, man. Take it away. What's on your mind, sir?
Hi, I'm just got a question about the liquidity of AMP and how, if you take a look at the amount of people holding it, the whales essentially, because the whales are pretty much the ones that are really going to drive the price for the time being, that is.
Sure.
The top three, they essentially hold I think 25 billion each. And then the rest is, I think I'm pretty sure they're private. I'm kind of concerned of if in the event that any one of them were to liquidate their tokens, that would dramatically affect the price. And it's such a high percentage that these small few hold. So that's my only concern for AMP. I mean, I own AMP myself. I own 20,000. I'm in it for the long haul.
Sure.
I do believe in its use case, and essentially it's almost the closest thing you can get to somewhat of an ETF of all cryptos. Because if you have AMP and it's a conversion, you essentially have all cryptos in a sense.
Yes.
But not really.
No, absolutely.
But
no. You're
having
absolutely
said
correct.
Having
with
said
that,
though,
is there anything that's going to? Is there anything that's going to stop the whales from dumping? No. They own it. It's their property. They can do whatever the hell that they want with it. The fun thing when you're talking about dumping that kind of volume, where if you decided I have 20 billion AMP and I'm going to dump them all at once, they're going to kind of sit there. They are going to absolutely sit there because who's going to buy them? Have you seen the volume on AMP? Have you taken a look at the buying, how much is being bought, even with the new Binance.us listing? I knew that was going to be nothing. But
I wasn't counting on that.
Yeah. Here's the kicker, man. If they decide I'm going to sell 25 billion, who's going to buy them? Nobody ever says that question. Who's going to buy them? What is the volume, the order booked volume on AMP right now? There's only like 35 million, I think, that are even willing to be purchased. So one of the good big things when you're going to sell something like that is unless you're willing to sell it at a critical loss, meaning actually knock this token all the way down to sub-penny level, that .0004. And in which case, yeah, man, I'm happy to buy all of your AMP for you at a loss. But even the people who are holding these massive, massive bags knows that there's nothing they can do with them because nobody's going to buy it. Not that volume, not even close.
Well, I'm predicting that every single time AMP gets to a certain threshold, now this is going to happen regardless, but this is what makes me think even further this could happen. Every single time AMP reaches a certain threshold in price, any one of these whales can liquidate, and that could be like their price that they wanted it at. Yep. So it's going to be that much harder for us to reach $1, and I'm not anticipating that people are saying that we're going to get it by the end of the year, and I doubt that. I'm saying it maybe 2 years is somewhat more realistic. But either way, I mean, I think that is my only concern with AMP, the amount of whales, essentially the top 10 are concerning.
Sure.
But I think that'll probably be a decent time.
All right. And you know what? I appreciate you calling in, Franco. Please do call back. Guys, look, that's crypto. That is always, always, always going to be crypto, man. You cannot wish it away. 80% of the crypto market is owned by 6% of the crypto investors. Fact. The bulk of all cryptos are owned by a very, very, very small amount of people. So you're never going to get out of this. This is something that's never, ever going to go away. You cannot just simply say, well, I'm not going to buy this because a bunch of whales are in there. This is markets everywhere. This is not just the crypto market. This is the commodities market. This is the futures market. This is the stock market. This is every market. This is how they work. Massive volumes of money are always going to be gathering up into just a few places. So the bulk of the stock market's owned by 5% of the country. The bulk of the value of the American stock market is held by 2 or 3% of the people. It just is what it is. This is the way that they work. This is the way markets work. But I will never, ever apply that to an intrinsic value of anything that I was going to invest in. If that was my fear, I would never invest, ever. Because unless you build it, you're never going to hold the bulk of the available liquidity. You're just not going to. Somebody else does. So I don't really factor that in. And I understand about price manipulation. I understand about the stop gaps. That's what you're talking about, is bleeding it out, DCA and down. I'm sorry, but Franco was saying, and yeah, man, that is also part of crypto. It's part of trading. But I don't apply that to my own personal valuations. Now, again, if that's how you're going to live, if that's how you trade, you do you, man. I'm not telling you what to do. If that is something that's holding you back, you do you. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm just telling you it's not something that I acknowledge. At any time, the 6% of the crypto trading market could dump all the crypto and crash the entire market right now. The only question I would ask on that is to what advantage? If you liquidate it to the point where it is effectively worthless, nobody will buy it. And now what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? It just doesn't work like that. All right, Belle, I see that we do not have any additional callers right now, guys, but the phone lines are open. If anybody would like to call back in, please bring us in. Belle, what do we got?
All right. Ad Designs was asking, she's wondering if you think dApps will start to get on board with Scale now that IMA is launched.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Ad Designs is wondering if you think dApps will start to get on board with Scale now that IMA is launched.
Yes, and you guys know that I made a beautiful video about this one, about Scale and IMA. This is a baby for me. All right, guys, this is one of my big ones. If AMP is my largest holding, Scale is my second largest. I absolutely 100% fundamentally believe in the product. I love Scale. I love everything about it. And yes, I follow this one religiously. I am looking at their roadmap every day. I'm reading their blogs every day. I want to see. And yeah, IMA was successful, and it is being rolled out. So do I see more dApps? Yes, I absolutely do. And Scale is another one of these just perfect, glorious tokens that is a level 2 on-chain It's not off chain. It's a level 2 on chain, and that has 100% of visibility, 100% accountability. It is just, it's every wicket for me. It's everything that I like is sitting right there. The fact that it happens to be going up right now is specifically because IMA. They said it. They told you. I told you about this a week ago. I said when it launches, watch it. It's going to move. It's going to move a good 15, 20%. I don't know how much it's at right. I mean, I don't know how much it moved, because I don't really look at that, but I promise you it's probably 15 to 20%. And, man, I telegraphed the hell out of this for you. Please go back and look at our live streams. That's my answer, Belle.
All right, Naveed Khan, why are we just solely focused on Flexa? It's as if Flexa is the only chance AMP has.
Oh, yeah, absolutely not. It's another one. We talk around. I have the T-shirt because Eli was coming on, so I got it. I got the T-shirt made. If it wasn't for that one, I would just have the amp. I'm starting to. I don't want to say it. I can't say this one. I can't give this answer, Belle, because most of our I don't know. How about this? Is our audience an amp audience, or is our audience a Flexa audience? And it's a fair question. So if our audience is a pure amp audience, then I would have to say that I have some questions about Flexa and some more that I would like to ask. I really didn't pound Eli, even though I should have. I didn't put the screws to him and ask him a lot of the questions and follow-ups that I shouldn't have. I stayed out of the way because we got him here for you guys. We got him here for the audience. We got him here for the callers. We got him here for all of those things, not for my own personal gratification. We didn't do that. We got him here for you guys. So I tried to stay out of the way, even though I should have. As I go looking back at that more, I was very, very remiss in my duties as a host. I should have, I should have dug in just a little bit. And when we get him back, and we're already talking, but when we get him back, yes, I'm going to be hitting him a little bit harder. I have some concerns about the direction of Flexa. Now, I know, who the hell am I? Who the hell am I? Who is this guy who thinks he knows? I don't tell you. I tell you what I think. We're opinion editorial. This is my opinion. If you guys like it, keep tuning in. If you don't, man, there's 1,000 other channels. But in my opinion, I think a little bit of it is kind of going wrong, and I would like to. I'd like to hear it from him, and that's it. So when we do get him back, yes, I'm going to be asking all of these questions because I want a little bit more clarity. But that's a Flexa thing. That's not an amp thing. I already told you guys what blows out amp. What makes it just explode? What makes it go? What happens when other entities start building on AMP? That's it. That's what blows it out. AMP is purely derived from usage. Its value is derived from usage. So the more entities that are using it, not just Flexa, but I can't really name companies. Let's call it Scalematic is the new financial company that's building on AMP. When Scalematic starts building on AMP, AMP's usage it goes to the roof at that point. And not even to mention that, but the amount of money that Scalematic, the amount of AMP they're going to have to buy to support their own network. It just rails. That's what happens. Off it goes. So when that happens, AMP takes off. But until that happens, it is purely in the hands of Flexa. So that being the case, I'm going to be a lot more critical on them than I probably need to be. If there were 7 or 8 different people building on AMP, I'll give Flexa a pass. Hey, it's a great idea, man. They're spending crypto. Look at there. But as they are the only people that are utilizing AMP right now, I'm going to be hyper critical on them. So please keep that in mind when we're doing videos. If it seems like I'm being a little bit harsh, it's because we need to be. That's it. Same thing like starting with how come they don't show us any information. So we started that, and we're just kind of continuing with it. All right, Belle, one more question, then we're going to break. Take it away, ma'am.
Thomas Gross, every Friday I usually buy AMP and ETC, but I think it's time to branch out. Do you think it would be wise to buy Anchor at 8 cents?
Yep. If you go look at my Anchor videos, I had the bit tab up during it. And this is the reason that I leave that thing up there is because I want, it's like holding up a newspaper when you're doing a show. So I want to say this is where it was when I was talking about it. I loved it at 6.8. I absolutely adored it at 0.068. But I still love it at 8. I still love it at 8. My personal floor for this, where before I even really start considering DCA, and is 9 cents, and then I'm going to start DCA, and until then I will buy it all. I'm willing to take the swing because I know what this one is, I know what it does, and I know where it's going. Plus, I stake the hell out of it. So when I'm buying at 25,000 chunks. So I mean, I put a lot of money into it because I want to buy 25,000 chunks. That's my staking levels on those. So yeah, I'm fine with that one. I'm fine. Their staking model is excellent, and yeah, I'm willing to take the variance. So again, not financial advice. This is a me thing. Apparently, you're supposed to say that. Bert, our call screener, Bert sent me a message last night at like midnight that BitBoy got his channel taken down. And, they all started looking through it. So Bert was getting on me. Got to say that, man. You got to say not financial advice. We are not doing financial stuff. So you got to, he hammered me. Got to say it. So I'm saying it more than we probably have before because I don't want to lose my channel. I know BitBoy's back. I think it was all crap anyway. But, yeah, that's why we're saying it. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, if you can please give me 60 seconds. I got to put just a little bit in me. Tonight's apple juice of choice. It's a funny one. It's called bourbon apple juice. So if you never had bourbon apple juice, I highly recommend it. So guys, if you could.
We'll be right back.
Oh, sorry, man. I was glancing at a comment from Juan Martinez. Yeah, babe, we are absolutely a bit. Oh, and the phone lines are closed, man. Nobody was calling. You guys got to call in, man. I'm happy to have the conversations. I love talking to people, man. This is my radio days coming out of me. So the only difference between doing this and actually doing radio is that I have a camera on me and I need to wear a clean shirt. So it's the radio thing. I love getting calls, man. I love talking to people. I love getting around. Yeah, man, we are 100% opinion editorial. I'd be interested to it's opinion editorial, man. If we were a crypto news channel, then I would line up 5 or 6 crypto news stories that came out. I would read them, and then I would comment on them intelligently as if I had something to do with writing them. That is more news reporting. We're not that. We are opinion editorial. We don't read other people's news. We don't take anybody else's IP. Everything you hear out of this is absolutely original, rational thought because that is our rub. So, Belle, nobody said anything. Did they like the hold it, buy it, dump it? Did they like that? Can we continue doing that?
We got several likes off of that one, actually. They're higher up in the comments, but yes, we did have people liking that one.
Fantastic, man. We want to keep doing. All right, Belle, we're doing this one as a sidebar thing. I didn't make a graphic for it. Okay. Everybody, you are welcome to play at home too. We're going to do this very last bit right there, and then we're going to finish up with just questions. You have $5,000 today, right this moment, and you have to put it all one crypto. Belle, where are you putting it?
Oh, I'm going to put that in scale. I
Scale.
like what they're doing. Yes.
All right. So Belle's going $5,000 into scale. And if you guys could help, just write that down somewhere on your desk if anybody happens to be near it, because I don't go back and listen to these and she'll lie. She'll come back. I never said that. She will, and I won't be able to disprove it. So if somebody could back me up on that, Belle's putting $5,000 in scale. All right. Here's my bold one. I'm putting $5,000 right now into Sia coin. Sia. SIA. That's where my $5,000 is going right this very second. Their market, I never go to market cap, but you guys need to look at Siacoin, is what I'm saying. The only reason it's not up over here on my board is because I'm out of room and I haven't redone it yet. But I like anything having to do with cloud storage. Decentralized, safe, encrypted cloud storage. I'm a big fan anywhere you put it. When you consider that like 90% of the world's data has been 90% of the data that exists right now has been like created in the last 5 years alone. It's got to go somewhere. It has absolutely got to go somewhere. So I'm a big fan of anybody who does file storage. But the fact that it's sitting at like 0.013 cents right now, something like that. I mean, it is like shockingly low for where I think it can be. So I'm putting my $5,000 in Siacoin. Now, we're going to come back next Thursday. We're going to look because Bell just bought at, where's Scale at right now? Bell just bought at 0.26. I bought Sia at 0.013. So percentage-wise, we're going to see who did better. If you guys are more than welcome to play as well. I'll tell you what, here's how you can play. Here's how you guys can play at home. You have to type into the comments what you're buying, and you have to do it right now. And we can go back, look through the comments, and we can find out who hit the winner. So the person who hits the winner, who gets the best percentage increase for their $5,000 purchase right now, will get a Podcast t-shirt, and we pay for shipping. All right, I cannot make you a better deal than that. It costs you absolutely nothing. But I want you on record. You can't come back and say, well, I thought this, so therefore. You got to put it in the comments. You got to put the token, and I got to make sure that I can see your name. The highest percentage next week, next Thursday at this time, gets a free Podcast t-shirt. We pay for shipping. Belle, what do you think about that idea?
I think we can make that happen. I like this idea. It's
Just
more
like
interactive.
that, guys. We are fan-friendly. I want you guys to play, too, because honestly, if I can get somebody who's nailing it week after week, I'm going to have you on the show every Thursday. Come on in, man.
Does internet porn know you're cheating on it?
Cherry, thank you very much. Yeah, whoever, if I'm getting somebody who's nailing this over and over, man, second segment, I'm bringing you on. All right, and representing the Podocasts is, let me see who's up here, is Cat Power. Cat Power, who has repeatedly shown us an 18% week-over-week gain on every coin that they've picked, is now going to be our second segment because, I want to see somebody who can prove it, but you only get to pick one. So there we go. All right, Belle, we have a little bit of time. We are taking questions. Ma'am, take it away. Dazzle me.
Next question came from Christian, whose phone died while he was on the line with us.
Dude,
but
is there any level that you don't suck at? I mean, it's all right. He's a coworker. I'm allowed to say it. He's a young former Marine. So, all right. What's his question?
Oh, does that mean I need to send him some crayons? I'll do it. I'll be nice and hook him up with crayons. I mean, that's his favorite snack.
He'll just eat them. Yeah, he's a mutt. All right. What was Christian's question?
What about BNT?
BNT. Christian and I have had these questions a lot, man. I love it. If you're a staker, if you're not staking, I have to ask, I don't care what crypto it is. Why aren't you staking? Why are you leaving your money up to the whims of everybody else? Why are you doing that? Stake. Now, if you're looking for an excellent place to stake it, I would absolutely take a look at the Bancor Network. All right, I'm a big fan. Christian is a big fan. We're all big fans. In fact, guys, we talk about a lot of this stuff that we're talking about right here. We do talk about it on our Discord. I like Discord. I just learned about it. Christian showed me, and ever since he showed me, man, I can't stay off from it. But, Belle, why don't you do a favor and type our Discord, whatever our Discord address, put it in the chat in case anybody would like to join us on Discord. Yeah, Christian's always over there just beating the hell out of me on BNT. You're getting some very, very good percentages through Bancor. So if you have something that you don't have staked, that would be a good place to take a look. So, Christian, thank you for bringing it up. And, yeah, man, I'm a big fan. Big fan.
All right, next one comes from No Political Parties. Do you think selling some AMP at 12 cents is a good strategy?
I absolutely did. I mean, are you kidding? Didn't you guys see that one coming? We did a video about it. I'm sure you saw that one coming. That was FOMO. It had FOMO written all over it. It was transparent. It was way out in front of it. Go back, check our videos. We put them out before it actually happened. We're not that kind of channel. We don't take credit for what happened. We tell you what we think is going to happen, and, oh, look, it did. Yeah, man, I don't think it's I I guess when you say you're selling at 12, if you're selling at 12 right this second, meaning that if for some reason it's spiked to 12, yeah, I think it's a good idea. If you're selling at 12 4 months from now, I don't. I don't, because by then implementation is happening. It's starting to roll out. It's going to start getting up some speed. So I'd have to wait and see on that one. So yeah, selling at 12. If you're selling at 12 4 years from now, you got screwed because yeah. But it depends when it happens. If it got anywhere near 12 right now during any of this, yeah, I'm letting go. I'm going to DCA the hell out of this one. But again, that's me, not financial advice. Bell, carry on, please.
Jody C, would you consider Anchor a blue chip stock?
It's not a babe in the woods. It is not a it's not a babe in the woods. I think Anchor is critically undervalued. I'm not going to get away from that. It is critically undervalued. Now, the reason that there is so much Anchor, and it's in the billions, is look at their white paper and look at their staking model. There's the same reason to say, why is there 100 billion amp? Because look at their staking model. Look at the way that the network works. If you did that with Anchor, you would immediately understand why there's so much, because there has to be. Because there has to be. Staking, it will do the same thing, is that Anchor will purchase its own liquidity and reward you with it. So, yeah, they're going to need the coins. Would I consider it a blue chip? I don't know if it's a blue chip, but I tell you what, man, it is. It's trying out to be one. How about that? That's where I'm going to go with that. It is definitely trying out to be one. Anchor's not going away. All right, it isn't. It's the right thing at the right time, the right idea with the right implementation. It's all of those things. So, there you go. Bell, carry on.
Now, this one's kind of a funny comment from Old Man Stevens, but he says bourbon apple juice normally leads to nudity.
Well, what makes you think I'm wearing pants right now? Huh? What makes you think I am wearing trousers? Is there anything about me that suggests right now, this very second, that I'm wearing trousers? Yes, I'm wearing pants. Yeah, all of those things could happen, man. It's and especially with older guy like myself, I'm 23 plus shipping and handling. Yeah, we have just no particular problem with nudity. It used to bother me. Now I'm just like, I don't care. Somebody wants to see this, go for it. Bell, carry on. You got to keep talking, man. We're getting dead air. Go, go, go.
Oh, all right. And Doge Vamp was actually, this one was directed toward DJ Flexa, but I think it's a relevant question. Do you think AMP is still being manipulated?
I don't see to what advantage. I just don't. I'm trying to be. If AMP is being manipulated, it's not being manipulated by Flexa, and there's a reason for that. They're in New York, all right? They're not in Gibraltar. They're not in somewhere in India, all right? They are in New York. They are going through regulatory hurdles right now. If there was the slightest whiff of market manipulation, it would be over instantly. Instantly. Look at how hard SEC came down on Binance. Just for the merest hint of malfeasance. Look at what they've done. They have been up their butt since they started, and it's not going away. So if for some reason Flexa decided we're going to try to get cute with it, it's gone. It's over just instantly. Every time they fill out another form, another state, we want to get climbing through the hurdles of the bureaucracy, man, they are opening the books. So if there was just the slightest whiff of it, man, it would be gone. Now, can people manipulate the market? Absolutely. It's a free and open market. Welcome to crypto. Welcome to crypto. If you want to be somebody who can avoid that, own more than anybody else. But if you're not in a position in your life that you can do that, you're just going to have to deal with it. So I'm saying that if it's happening, it's not Flexa doing it. And if it's not Flexa, there is nothing you can do about it. Carry on, Bill.
Next question is coming in from Chester. Question: any thoughts on Polygon joining Flexa to help with staking gas costs?
And I think I saw something like that in one of the questions. Boy, you know what? There is so much that's going on with this one, and I would be more concerned. If Flexa was doing a greater volume, I would be very, very concerned with all of that. Now, I know which way you're going. I'm trying to look at it from an AMP perspective. They're going to be swapping cryptos. Now, Flexa is not holding on to a bulk of liquidity pools with every crypto in there. They're just, I don't see how they could be. So they're also going to be moving this crypto around, and there's going to be a gas price on it. So I'm trying to look at it from Flexa's perspective. Anything that would help them with gas would certainly be advantageous. I understand the way you're looking at it. Something that would, the way I could see something like Flexa being implemented crypto-wide is exactly because they can collateralize any transaction. So the ones that are happy, you guys remember a couple months ago, right, when just staking AMP was like $48 in Ethereum. It was just this massive cost because there was so much congestion. Something like AMP could break that up just like that. We're going to make the transfer. We're going to do all that stuff. But until the fees are lower, till we can hold on, till we can get the absolute lowest possible fee, gas price, we'll just collateralize it with AMP. So this book is good. This book is good. It's sitting here in limbo until there's a better time for us to make that transfer. I could see something like AMP just completely revolutionizing the entire L1, L2, everything. I think it would be I think it would be perfect for something like that. The problem is getting people on board with it, is getting somebody to start writing up the code, making the investment. But if they did, I think that would just change the entire crypto space, and I think it would change it forever. Just me, though. Carry on, Bill.
All right. Just for Feet was asking when
Wait a
you were
minute.
planning
What
on
was the name?
Just for Feet.
Just for Feet. Really?
Yes,
That's
spelled like forfeit, but interesting punctuation marks, so it
Oh.
changes the sound of it. So yes.
Okay. I thought it was just for feet. I was like, dude, that's
Nope.
an interesting fetish, man. You just put it right out there. Good on you. All right. What was the
Nope.
question?
When is Scott planning on talking about ETC?
We're gonna do it Saturday. Again, guys, we're trying to see if we can hold your interest for like an hour-long show. So what do we have to do to hold your interest for an hour-long show? So we're kind of rolling in some segments, and we're doing it. You saw when we were live Tuesday, we're live Thursday. So we're just trying some of those out. I haven't forgotten about the ETC thing, and I will be getting to it. Saturday is the podcast Unchained. So in that case, there's no format I have to follow. I can talk about whatever I want for however long I want. So yeah, tune in Saturday, man. I'm going to give you all my thoughts on that. All right, Belle, you got time for one more question. That's our hour.
Cat Power, your thoughts on VET?
I can't talk about it in 60 seconds. That's it. I like VET. All right, I like VET. I want to give you a full answer, and I don't want to sell you short on that one. So, Belle, please make a note of that, and I will start with that on Saturday. I'm going to start with ETC. I'm going to start with VET. Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm going on mute. Belle's going to talk you out, and we're going to carry. And yeah, that's going to be it. So, Belle, take us away, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Those of us who joined on tonight's live stream. Again, we will be back on Saturday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We definitely love the questions you guys ask. That's part of the reason we keep doing this. The other part is just because we have fun with it. Now, again, if we do apologize if we didn't get to every question tonight, but hopefully you guys did have fun with the new segments we aired. And we've also gotten a couple of good ideas for new quick little segments we can do. So thank you for those. Again, we appreciate each and every one of you who joined us tonight on the live stream. And we will definitely be back on Saturday, and we will see you next time.
We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word, for all of our most current content.